Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Huh. I'm going baby on baby. That nigga big. He take it, he probably like a 3-8.
Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you how to make some resin keychains. These are the flowers that I'm going to be using. They came in a 2-pack variety on Amazon. Really good colors and varieties for this project. $10.99 for both. And then here's the resin that I use. I got mine at Michael's with a coupon, but you can definitely get it on Amazon for a little bit more expensive. And I got these gold flakes from Joann's. And some dried flowers I had left over from my bath bomb making stuff. And here's the mold. I got this mold off of Amazon. It was about $10.99. I did get the one that is backwards, so the back is going to be the rough side. Now what you want to do is put it on something that you can transfer to a different table. So I put mine on like a tray, a clipboard, and then I'm going to go ahead and just make sure all the little spots are clean, make sure nothing is in them like glitter, anything like that from previous projects. And then it's pretty much good to go. So let's get started on getting our resin ready. Stirring your resin thoroughly is an important step in doing any kind of resin project. So just make sure you stir it for at least a minimum of 3 minutes. You'll want your resin to have a really thick consistency. I usually let mine sit for about 5 minutes after I stir it before I start working with it. You almost want it to be a little bit tacky, but not too runny. So what I'm gonna do now is the fun part. First, you're gonna pour your resin. This is a tool that I got from Target. It's just a dental tool found in the teeth section. I use it as a backup if I can't find my Cricut one. So another suggestion that I highly recommend is wearing gloves. For the video, I didn't want to wear gloves because it can block the video footage. And I personally have never had a reaction with epoxy or resin of any sort. And I do take really good care of myself while using it. So for instance, just now when I touched it right there, I always have hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, everything right there at my station to use. And I'm always rubbing with hand sanitizer, using the alcohol, wiping with a baby wipe. That's why you'll see me continuously taking off the excess around the letters, because for me it just makes it clean, it's easier, and I know how to work with resin. So I'm sorry for not wearing gloves. I just wanted to make this video as clear as possible for you guys to see everything. Now I do recommend wearing a respirator as well, which I do whenever using resin, so just remember those 2 tips. Now what you're going to do is you're going to pour the clear resin into the letters you want to use. I'm doing a select few letters just to show for this video, because resin can get expensive and you need a decent amount to make these keychains. Now luckily it's not a lot of resin, but it's just something to consider when making a video as an example. So now what we're going to do is make sure that they're full, but not all the way. You are going to want to bump these with a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, you can definitely use a barbecue lighter, something of that sort. I know a lot of people use mini torches and things like that for the top to get rid of the bubbles. Now, whenever you make something opaque or clear, it is going to be really hard to get 100% of the bubbles out of the resin. But just remember, it is possible. A lot of times when you leave the resin to sit, the bubbles will go to the top. So you can always come back and re-bump it a little bit after drying time, once it's getting a little bit harder. Just things to remember. But after I clean it all up, the next thing I'm going to do, you'll see me go off camera, is I do bump it with the heat gun. Be careful with doing that though, because the resin can splash out. But after that, the rest is the fun part. You get to be creative, mixing glitter and flake and flowers, and it's all up to you from there.
Black leather glove, no sequin. Buckles on the jacket, it's elite shit. Nike crossbody, got a piece in. Gotta dance, but it's really on some street shit. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide. Basically, I'm saying either way, we bout to slide. Hey, can't let this one slide. Hey. Don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could give you the passion. It's a thriller in the track. Where we from? Baby, don't you wanna dance with me? No, I could dance like Michael Jackson. I could give you satisfaction. And you know we out here every day with it. I'ma show you how to get it. It go right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide. It go right foot up, left foot slide. Left foot up, right foot slide.
So once you are almost done adding in all your glitter and gold flake, you're going to clean up the edges and make sure that it's all ready to sit overnight. Now in this letter M, I'm just adding some glitter and gold flake, doing it a little bit different than the last letters that I was doing. Just kind of experimenting, because that's the fun part of resin, is that you can experiment and there is no mistakes. So just play around and have fun with it. Now once you push the foil in like I'm doing here, You're gonna want to make sure that it doesn't get stuck to the pick and that you're able to push it all the way down and get some of the resin on top of the foil, or your foil will not be inserted into the resin properly. What you're going to do is you're going to go through and just make sure there is a little bit of resin on top on each letter, including the flowers as well. You want to make sure that it's fully covered. I just kind of mixed in the glitter a little bit there. Now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up everything, add a little bit more glitter because it looks a little low right there, and push it down into that resin as seen. And then clean up the palette, and you're going to let it sit for at least 24 hours. Do not go sooner. If it seems like it's hard, it's not. Just let it sit. Be patient. So it's the next day now, and here are my letters taken out of the mold. Sorry, I didn't take a video of me demolding it. But now we're going to attach it to the keychain. So the first thing we're going to do is, you see these rough edges? We're going to take the sanding block I got at Home Depot. Got in a 2-pack for $4.97, and we're going to just sand down the rough edges on the back part of the keychain. Now make sure that you're not doing this on the front because it will and possibly can leave scratches. The easiest way to recover the scratches would be to paint a slight layer of resin on top of it and let it harden again another 24 hours, and you won't be able to see any of those rough edges or scrapes. But this sanding sponge actually worked pretty well, and I didn't see a lot of scrapes on it, so I didn't feel it was necessary to add a layer of resin. But I'm just going to go through and do that to every single letter I have, and then we'll add the keychain portion. So stay tuned, keep watching. Almost done sanding all of our letters. We're just gonna kind of wipe them off, clean them up a little bit, and put the sanding sponge to the side, and we're gonna get ready to add in our eye pins. Now I purchased some eye pins off of Amazon. I just posted the link and picture above. They were pretty cheap, and it came in a 600 pack, so that's gonna last a really long time. Now what you're going to do is to insert those into the resin. You're going to get your gold or silver depending on your color scheme, and you're going to drill a small hole into the top. You don't want to go too deep because you're just going to twist it in. So I purchased a small electric hand drill on Amazon. You can get a manual one, but the electric was so much easier. I got mine for about $16.99, and it came with all those tools and heads for it, so I feel like it's a great deal. Now here I'm going to start to use this hand drill to insert the eye pins into the top. Now this can get a little bit frustrating because it is a very small hole, so take your time and don't rush it. So you're gonna see I'm going to just take the drill and you're just gonna slightly push on it to create a circle. You don't want to go too deep because you're just pretty much starting the hole. So you can see here I just push it on a little bit, and it does have a little bit of resistance, so you're going to have to take it out, clean off the head, put it back, and keep doing that a few times. And then what you're going to do after you've established the beginning part, and you can take it off and you'll see the resin coming off on the tip of that drill as shown. So once I'm done drilling, you will see that there's a slight hole, and that's when you're going to take your eye pin and you're just going to start twisting it in that hole. Now, a good way of securing that eye pin would be to get some UV resin and just put a little dot on top and then cure under that UV light for about 25 seconds. That eye pin will not go anywhere if you have UV resin on it. I didn't unfortunately do that in this video for demonstration purposes, but it is something that I do to make sure that my keychains stay on good and tight. Now you're just going to do that with the 3 keychains, or however many that you're making, and once I'm done with that, I'll come back and show you the rest. So now that all the eye pins are in, you're going to go ahead and take your keychain rings. I got these off Amazon in a 30 pack for $6.49. I did like how it came with gold and silver. Depending on color schemes, it can be very helpful. So what you're going to do now is you're going to take your keychain rings and you're going to attach it to the eye pin. Now I also do have some lip gloss. I'm just going to get out a couple colors that match. And in the top part of the lip gloss, I'm going to drill a small hole with my electric hand drill to attach a keychain to that as well. This is really simple and really easy to do, and it makes a really great keychain. Now the next step I'm doing is I also added some puff balls. I got these off of Amazon in a 12 pack for I believe $12.99, so it's honestly a great deal. It's about $1 a piece. They're really good quality, bright colors, and they went really well with my lip gloss and gold flake keychains. Unfortunately, they did have silver key rings, so I wanted to change them to gold. But I was having slight difficulties with my pliers I was using at the time, so I would highly recommend getting really good quality craft ones with a very, very small, fine tip on them. I had a larger tip set of pliers, so I wasn't able to get in there and change that key ring out, but you guys get the point and get the process of attaching it. It's pretty simple and self-explanatory. I just wanted to show you as much as I can in this video. So the next thing I did get was some jump hoops. Got these on Amazon as well for about $4.99 for a pack of 200. It comes with gold and silver as well, so these are great to just add a little extra loop to the eye ring, so it's a little bit easier to attach to the key ring. With the lip gloss and the puff ball, it seems kind of like a lot, but it does come out super, super cute. So I'm just gonna let you guys see the rest of the video. I unfortunately do not get it on with those pliers, but I wanted to post this video because I'm getting a lot of requests for it on my Instagram page, so I'm gonna go ahead and post it. But at the end, I do share some after pictures of what it would look like once I attach it. Those pictures were taken off of Facebook from a girl named Nay, so shout out to Nay for those wonderful pictures of the lip gloss. But you guys get the point. Keep watching the video, like and subscribe, and I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks. Comment down below what video you'd like to see me make next. Have a Boston day.